What's up, guys? Welcome to the CO Show. This is our new podcast and our first episode. I am Sheen.
What up, guys? It's AT here.
And we have our producer, Dylan. How you doing?
Pretty good.
So we decided to make a new show just to get some stuff off our chest. Last weekend was the Super Bowl. You guys see the game?
Oh, yeah.
I assume you guys put on a nice party or whatever for the most boring game I've seen in a while.
A lot of defense that game, man.
Who were you going for?
You know, I wanted the Pats to win.
You wanted the Pats to win?
Yeah, and I mean, come on. The Pats are going to win.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's just too good. Bill Belichick, they're too fucking good, man.
That's what they said last year, and then they got beat by the Eagles.
Yeah.
Which was just... I'm a Cowboys fan, man. That was kind of heartbreaking. I really didn't want the Eagles to ever win one.
505 passing yards from Tom.
And still lost.
Super Bowl record.
People are saying this year, they're like, oh, you know when you're a part of the group project, but you don't do anything in it, you know? They're like saying that about Tom this year. It's like, yeah, he threw for 500 yards last year and didn't win. So maybe it was a good strategy this year to put it on other people's backs a little bit.
Definitely a good running game. Lots of first downs. Julian Edelman was a monster, though.
Yeah. A monster beard. Did you see that thing?
Oh, yeah.
Bigger than yours. Yeah, it was bad. It was awesome. Any favorite commercials? I thought they all sucked.
Yeah, I was going to say, we had, like, local ones, and it was like, really? And TV shows?
Yeah, I saw a couple of, contractors that got Super Bowl commercial ads and stuff. I was like...
They were local commercials.
Yeah, real local stuff, but I don't know. I wanted some really good ones. The Steve Carell one with Cardi B was all right. I mean...
Yeah, I saw that one.
You knew it was going to be corny, but I mean, at least Steve
he needs to come up with
that
his
one
own
was pretty.
punchline.
That was like the funniest one.
He put a little Michael Scott on it at least at the end. I felt like he was like...
Okay, Adam Levine at halftime. What the fuck?
That was disgusting.
He put on a little bit of mass, I feel like. I thought he was a little bit more twiggy than that. He's looking thick.
Yeah, he was looking pretty thick.
Wait, so what was everyone critiquing about that? Everyone was saying...
He was appearing very sexual, grabbing his penis on stage. He was
he doing a
he
little
was
grab?
humping. He was air humping. He took his shirt
Well,
off.
when he got
waved
down
it
to the
around.
tank top,
I
I'm
don't
like...
know if he waved it around. Don't quote me.
When he got around to the tank top, I'm like, okay, this dude put on a little bit of muscle or something. He knew he was getting down to the tank top.
Yeah, he's been working for Super Bowl. He's known he was going to be at that Super Bowl since like he was 12.
Yeah.
Half-hour Super Bowl show.
Yeah.
Half-hour Super Bowl. Isn't that crazy?
He got a little bit of the sweat built up when he was dancing alongside
I miss Travis Scott. I actually miss Travis Scott's portion.
Oh, well, it wasn't too big. It was just him doing 2 verses of Sicko Mode. Well,
Of course, it was
Yeah.
Sicko Mode. Yeah, that's probably why I missed it.
It's been like his promo song. He's doing on like Kimmel and Ellen. And,
I grew up a big rock fan and everything, but one thing I didn't understand about like rappers and stuff is they get, their CDs and everything are just like real low voices and stuff when they're rapping and everything, but everybody gets on stage and they gotta yell it.
What's up with Big Boy coming out and rapping some old-ass fucking beats that he put down?
Okay, I liked his get up a little bit more. You got Adam Levine stripping down to pants, and you got Big Boy coming out with a big fur coat.
Puff Daddy, baby.
Was it cold or not? I didn't know.
Yeah, exactly. What was it? I'm so confused at the temperature.
I don't know.
What was the climate? Was it?
It was in Atlanta. It's in the South. It's always warm.
Yeah, Big Boy was sweating. He was a big boy.
Julian and Tom Brady went to Disney World.
Did they?
Super Bowl.
That's cute.
Did they actually go?
They did. I'm pretty sure that's what Jeff said.
Julian Edelman.
How many Super Bowls does Julian have?
I think he's got
just 2.
No, he's got 3.
Hey Alexa, how many Super Bowls does Julian Edelman have?
In his NFL career, Julian Edelman has won 3 Super Bowls in the following years: 2015,
Oh, now we gotta
2017, and 2019.
27 every 2 years.
2 years. Not bad.
That's a trend. I didn't know that. Actually.
She's just 20, 21.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Fame wide receiver, no doubt.
I don't know.
Gronk has 3 as well.
Yeah, what was
Does
that
Gronk?
about? What was Edelman popping off about at the Super Bowl, though, actually?
Like, why was he playing so good?
Yeah.
He always does.
Like,
he's an animal. You
I
see
know,
his
he was
fucking
cranking
arms
it.
when he walked out the first time?
He's
cranking
psyched.
it.
It's
He's psyched.
disgusting, dude.
He's psyched. But I don't know. He just was catching those 8-yard passes, those automatic Tom Brady stats. You know what I mean? Just all the time. He was just catching them. And he had 10 catches for what? 120 yards, something like that.
Who?
Edelman. I think
I
Gronk.
think he had like 135 plus yards receiving.
I don't know. There was a point in the game
10 receptions.
where
I
he
think.
had more receiving yards himself than the Rams had yards in total.
That was most of the game.
yeah.
That was
it
until
for
maybe
sure.
the third quarter.
That's ridiculous.
They kept showing that
he's
stat
an
over and
animal.
over.
He's
Who
an
knows?
animal.
Who knows, man? If Jared Goff never threw that pick,
And
it could have been a closer game than what we thought
And-
towards the end.
And right before that, when Cooks dropped the touchdown pass. You saw that one, right? It was like nice coverage, but I mean, Cooks had the ball and he could have caught it and he dropped it. And the very next play is when Goff does the exact same. You know, on Madden, when you try and do the exact same play twice because it almost worked the first time, and it definitely doesn't work the second time. They switch from zone to man, and you're like, shouldn't.
Even on that HB toss, it happens all the fucking time.
I was
Bullshit.
thinking Tom Brady plays like I play Madden, just like quick slants.
Yep.
And, like out route.
Really?
That's it.
They
yeah.
run the ball and they.
Then,
They
like,
just
Gronk
read it.
seam
What they
routes.
do is they read the
But
defense.
if you just fuck around on All Pro, that's all you do.
Yeah, they read the
I
defense.
mean, he's probably on All Madden and everyone's on All Pro, so that makes sense for in his situation. But in your situation, your Madden skills are just weak. That's all that comes down to.
That's true. That's true. Tilly calls me on all the time.
Goff comes in just killing it on pro. Like, yeah, I'm pretty good. Brady's like, yeah, I play on all Madden. We're
Yeah,
gonna
Brady's like, you're still on
handle
amateur.
this. I just didn't expect the Pats D to play that well, just because I mean, like I said, Cowboys fan, and they had the 5th best running D in the league, and the Rams ran all over them, like 2 different 100-yard rushers, and they didn't do shit against the Pats. I don't know what it was.
Patriots defense was disgusting at the Super Bowl. 2 safeties.
I wish they still had James Harrison. He was such a man.
Yeah, you're on the James Harrison kick. He was big, wasn't he?
He was huge, dude.
Yeah.
He was huge, and he
Or
used to.
he is big.
Well, yeah, he's still a big guy. I mean, he was just a scary person. He was up until
He's just a big rock.
he was 39 years old in the gym, pushing 1,800 pounds around on a sled. I mean,
He's joked.
he's a little bit yokey, real thick.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for that one. My eyes went a little bit.
I had to lead you on a little bit there.
Yeah. Common trend.
So what else has been going on lately?
Dude, there's been so much going on, I can't even explain. All right, on the real. Sean.
What the hell was that?
Was that even that funny? What the hell?
Oh my god, I'm crying.
Dude.
Holy
Dude.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that was funny. I was just trying to ask Sean.
Oh my god.
I was trying to ask Sheen a couple questions
Okay.
that I have writtten down here for our podcast.
Okay.
You guys wanted to make a podcast? Let's make a podcast. Let's talk about podcast. Podcast. Sheen, tacos or burgers? Let's go.
Okay. All right.
Flip through this.
Tacos or burgers?
Tacos or burgers? Okay.
Wait, what am I? Will you tell me? Feel free to answer any of these questions.
Dylan,
Yeah, I want to hear what both of you got. We're gonna flip through these real quick, and then maybe we can
Just
go
go
over them.
specifically said me. That's all right. Talks or burgers?
Sheen,
Burger.
I'm gonna
I
go-
mean, I'm an American burger.
I'll go with burgers. Like I said, like I've told you before, I literally used to get a burger
you
when I
have
was 9
told
years
me
old.
about. You've told me before, Sheen.
I've told you before that I used to get a burger from the El Heredero Mexican restaurant when I was little. My Mexican family calls me Wonder Bread. So I'm going to go with burgers.
I can't turn down burgers. All right, guys. Ass or titties? Sheen?
Okay. Go with ass. I like the athletic ones.
Both.
Come on. Both.
You greedy prick. Pick
Oh
one.
no, it's all about the fat ass.
Lake or river? Sheen?
Well, that was. We're gonna cut that out.
Lake or river? Sheen?
River, because I don't have a boat yet.
Picks?
Lake, because I work at A lake marina. So I'm a lake boy.
You said I work at a lake, and you kind of had a question to it. Do you actually work at a lake?
I work at a lake with a marina. It's a seasonal job.
Interesting, Dylan. All right, guys. For me personally, I would say the lake. I love going tubing, and just being on the lake all day is awesome.
Who do you go tubing with?
My familia,
With me because I work at the marina.
yeah, pretty much.
Classic.
Too easy. Boat rentals are cheap as hell.
I want to get like a houseboat.
Well, yeah, dude. A houseboat. I was thinking it'd be sick to have a houseboat, and then if someone had a pontoon and a ski boat, so like during the day you can just mob out to the middle of the lake, set up the pontoon, chill, drink, and then
Once
mob
you
out on
drink
this.
enough, you can go wakeboard on the ski boat.
Yeah, then once you get drunk enough, then you can jump on the jet boat
It's time
and
to
drive
switch
around.
boats. Wreck hella hard and be like, I'm going back to the houseboat. I'm
No,
gonna stick
I
to
just
the
took my
slides.
boater.
Yeah, then you go back to the houseboat and you get in the tub, the hot tub.
You have hot tubs on the houseboat?
Yeah, then you get so hot in the hot tub
Learning.
that you want to jump back into the lake. So you turn on the little slide valve with get water running down the top deck slide, and you just slide off into the lake water.
Life really is about balance. What else you got?
Balance.
Favorite city in Oregon, boys? Sheen?
Pacific City.
Why's that?
You never been there?
Mm-mm.
It's on the coast. Have you been there, AT?
I don't think so.
You get there and
Been to Lincoln City, Newport, Astoria, Seaside,
it's about 30 miles.
Tillamook.
It's like 30 miles north of Lincoln City and like 10
By
miles
the way,
south.
I'm sorry, guys. Sean, my bad. Tillamook is the shit.
Why? Because of the cheese?
Cheese is the shit.
Okay.
The ice cream's the shit.
That's my favorite place in Oregon, just because
The
of
milk is
factory,
the
yeah.
shit.
So you guys have been to Tillamook a lot then, right?
The yogurt's the
He
shit.
probably has.
Close to Tillamook.
It's Pacific City's 10
It's
miles
the shit.
Yeah.
from Tillamook. Tillamook's not even on the coast. And you go to the coast basically and there's Pacific City. You get there, you go to the beach, it's a nice beach, but up to the right, there's a giant dune. It's like 300 feet tall. And you see people climbing it and you're like, I'm not going to fucking climb that thing. But you know, you get a couple drinks, you run around in the boring ass waves and you're like, all right, I'm going to climb that dune. So you start climbing up it and you get to the top and it is just gorgeous on the other side. It like spiral sands down to where you can go to the water and like little tide pools and shit.
How beautiful.
I
Beautiful.
I went down to the bottom there once. There was a crab, and it was like in a little tide pool thing. And I had some alcoholic beverage, but I poured it into his little, dimple there. And he goes
Yeah.
up and he starts, this crab is scooping my malt liquor out of this little hole. And so I'm partying with crabs and whatnot. Not the first time.
Dylan, favorite city in Oregon?
Oh, I said Tillamook just because the one time I went to the factory and it was so good.
The one time.
The
One time, yeah.
You know,
Otherwise,
I
I
went
would
once
say
as a
like
kid,
Portland because I was born there.
and then I recently went as an adult, and they redid it, and it's sick.
I wanna go
Favorite
out.
place to hike in Oregon, Sean?
In Oregon?
Don't say it.
Where were you going to think I was saying it?
Who's gonna say it?
Oh, no one's gonna say it.
Okay.
I won't say it.
Just making sure.
What do you think? Somebody's going to say Smith Rock?
Oh, he said it.
He said it.
That's not my favorite, if you're
Oh,
wondering.
man.
Someone always brings up that cringy place.
That's the only place. If people say Smith Rock's their favorite place to hike, that's all they've been to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
you go there once, you're like, sag.
No, if you
And
go
then
to,
after
like,
that,
a
it's
real
like,
hiking spot.
You can
it-
walk around that
I would
cocksucker in
pro-
a day.
I would probably say my
Get
favorite
jiggy.
little hike to do is to Chish Falls. You've been there. Somebody.
South Sisters hike was probably my favorite hike.
Did you go to the top?
I went right below. I don't know, probably a half a mile left.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
Did you get up to the Glacier Lake?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty close. It's about 3/4 to the top. That last 3/4 is terrible.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done. This is fucking high enough for me.
It's all shale.
I was a
after that.
lineman too, so they were like, my coach is all cool with it. He's like,
Oh, you did it
"Whatever."
for football?
Yeah. Then the year before, I think, maybe it was the year after, they made us hike Smith Rock, but it was like, I've never hiked that fucking place like that before. We went all the way to the backside to the top of the antennas,
Oh,
heading
okay.
towards Madras.
Yeah.
Went to the top of those fuckers.
When you get to the top of the south, it looks like the other sisters are literally right there. Like you could throw a football and hit the north or the middle sister. It's just looks
If you
really
if you're
close.
Uncle Rico, it's possible that you could make some sort of contact with the middle sis.
Possibly, maybe if you dive into your ancestry account and trace back to Uncle Rico,
He's probably able to throw a pigskin.
I
over
mean,
the
our
mountains.
chances
That
that you
mustache.
could trace DNA characters.
That's what my mustache is based off. Is Uncle Rico.
Dylan, is Smith Rock your favorite place to hike?
No, you used to be able to throw pigskin quarter mile. No, it's not.
Was that Homer
Smith
Simpson?
Rock is just hot and it's miserable. It's a misery ridge.
What do you mean it's hot? Do you only go there in the summer?
Yeah.
It's pretty cold in the
Well,
winter.
no, I've been in the winter. I've been in the winter.
Never had
Actually, I
icky
went
night
fishing.
hikes though.
Yeah, my homies just like do that shit. Get all tatered and or stoned and go walk up Smith Rock.
I would
I
say
know, my friends like to go on the hikes late at night, like super fucked up.
Like, sick, let's go. And it's like, no, let's not.
Yeah, exactly. That's always me.
I would say my favorite hike in Oregon is the Mount Hood National Forest Trail that goes to like Tunnel Falls and stuff. And the only reason I even found out about that one is because of fire season. There happened to be a fire down in that canyon.
What?
Yeah. It was a 10-mile hike down into this canyon on the Mount Hood Forest, and it was brutal. You get down there and had to stay the night, and it's, colder than hell. And get up and fight the fire at 6 in the morning, and then it was a 7-mile hike out. There's a bunch of waterfalls along the way, and the fire was right alongside the waterfalls, which I'd never seen. But you walk a little
What are
bit
you guys
further.
doing?
To, like, fight it?
Yeah.
Watch it.
You
We had
just
people
shoveling?
Yeah, we had people up top at the towers, and they were our lookouts.
Were you
and
cutting trees down and shit?
No. So that was the thing. It was a wilderness area.
Oh, of course.
They-
you can't do shit.
Yeah, they're like, no, we'd rather.
Don't even fucking step on the plants!
Yeah, we were like, look, it was 7 acres when we got there. This is important. It was a 7-acre fire when we showed up, and all we had to
You let
do.
it grow to 10,000.
Oh no, we didn't do it. And we sat back. And
it burn 10,000 acres. You couldn't touch it.
we went in there, 7 acres, and for 2 weeks they were like, don't touch it, don't touch it. Just get intel around it as to how we could stop it if it gets big. We watched it grow to about 35 acres. And
Letting.
when we left, it was 35 acres, and we said, you guys need to get a hold on this because it's going to slowly grow into the dry forest. And it did. And then that one kid by Molten Olma set that fire off, and it grew to, 20,000 acres there. And everyone's like, it's so sad. The same people that are against people going in there and digging a small ditch around a 7-acre fire and stopping it small.
Wait, you said the same? So the same people
I mean,
started this fire?
no. I'm saying the
Oh.
people that are against us going in there and digging a fire line around a 7-acre fire and stopping it small are the people that are saying how sad it is that it grew to 20,000 acres.
What?
The EPA is just filled with a bunch of penis suckers. They want to do shit that conserve, and it's bullshit shit. No one wants to do with the bullshit shit they want.
That
Yeah,
is,
you gotta
Talk
see-
about your toilet. You can only have so much gallons per flush on your toilet.
that's Cali, yeah.
You gotta see
You
the
got to
side
double
of it.
flush most of that shit. I mean, I shit like a fucking. I take horse shits. I don't take little pussy shits. You got to really flush that shit down.
I'm a
And the
single
EPA's
flusher,
running
I
that shit.
am.
The
I'm
EPA's
a
in
single
control of all
flusher.
that.
Yeah.
And it's donkey shit.
I thought it was horse. Oh no, you're the horse shit.
Yeah, I
It's
thought
okay.
it was. Oh yeah.
All right, guys, I got another one for you. Stoned or drunk?
Well, considering I'm not 21, I probably shouldn't answer the question. But since I just said last question that I chose drunk, I'll have to go with Bud Light because, like I said, since I'm not legal
Bud
age of drinking.
Light.
Wasn't it favorite local brew?
Yeah.
Oh, was it a favorite local?
I don't think
Yeah, that was the weakest shit I've ever heard. Bud Light.
All right,
Well,
I'm outta here, guys.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's just a little bit of
Later,
piss
Calvin.
water.
Thanks for stopping by, checking out our podcast.
Later, man.
Fist bumps around here, baby. Drive home safe. I'm going to say the Deschutes Fresh Squeeze. That's my favorite local beer. I love Fresh Squeeze. It's stout. Dude,
Stout.
it fucked 3 of those, and I'm feeling pretty damn good.
Word.
Enough to where if I'm driving, it's going to be fun.
If you-
But I do not like to drink and drive, nor do I condone that method of transportation,
You-
nor do I recommend it.
You gotta get home.
All right. I got another one for you.
What's up?
Dogs or cats? Did you answer your favorite beer? Favorite local beer, Sean? Sheen? Sheen? Spleen.
Just stop it.